Trophy Wine Hunter here with another review, this time of the Domaine Zinck Cremant D'Alsace. I just wanted to pick this before I open the bottle. It's such a beautiful bottle, easy to kind of manage in terms of like it's easy to figure out where you just take off this handle and just open it. But what I wanted to highlight is on the back of this label. It's really good. It actually shows you the alcohol content, the sweetness code for you, what temperature it should be on, and how long it goes for. So I think that's really useful for people who are especially are not familiar with Cremant D'Alsace. Today I'm excited to drink a wine that or a producer I've never drank. It's Domaine Zinck, and it is basically a Cremant D'Alsace. So a little bit about the winery. Created in 1964 by Paul Zinck. Passed on the ownership to his son Philippe, who now manages it. He's been managing it since 1997. Philippe has tripled the size of the winery, but it's really still small. It's only 14 hectares, which is fairly small. It's in a place called Eguisheim. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. So that if you look at the main town in Alsace, is going to be Colmar. It's a little bit below Colmar and a little bit above Pfaffenheim. Cremant D'Alsace is a very exciting product. It's kind of like the champagne. It's the same method, and only about 10% of the production of grapes in Alsace is Cremant D'Alsace. Great producer in terms of they are organic and biodynamic, and the difference between the biodynamic is they also pick and they also put seeds in the soil based on the cycles of the moon. So these guys are full on organic and biodynamic, and I don't know the reasons why, but in general, that's what I find, that wineries that have turned organic and biodynamic, in general, their wines appear to be fresher. Don't really understand all the science behind it. The other thing is that if you're going to go biodynamic, organic, you got to go full on, and these guys are pretty nutso in that sense. They do everything full on in terms of organic and biodynamic. And I think they're gonna be innovative in that sense. They continue to innovate. If you look at their website, they've got lots going on that front, and so that's a good thing for this winery. A bit about the Cremant D'Alsace, so if people are not familiar. So I think this is a really great and affordable alternative to champagne. It's produced in the same method as champagne. They do exactly the same thing. It's a sparkling wine. And so the nice thing about this is it's about half the price. So I bought this at Everything Wine here at $28.98. Normal, any champagne producer is in the 50s or 60s here in Canada. So you're getting like half price for this, and that's great. It's produced in the same method. It's produced with fairly similar grapes. In this situation, it's 60% Pinot Noir, 30% Chardonnay, and 10% Pinot Blanc, which is unusual. In Champagne, you'd probably see it as more Pinot Meunier. They put it on lees for 18 months for creaminess, and 20% of the wine is actually reserve wine. So let's have a taste of this wine. And this thing about bubbles disappearing, they don't disappear. So this has been open for a day. It's still, look at the bubbles. It's still quite bubbly. You just put it in the fridge, you cap it. It's fine. It's not gonna go bad on you. One thing is that it's weird, the color of this wine. It's some people, I've seen other the reviewers say it's golden brown. This is, to me, not golden. This is like pink, almost to like a salmon pink. That's how I would describe the color of this. No biggie. I don't think it's a big problem, but it's just you would expect with a Brut a different color. So I have contacted the winery. If they get back to me, then I will let you know what their answer to this. I also contacted the winery about the label and what that's about. Any story behind that, and they haven't got back to me. So that's kind of a neither here nor there. Shouldn't really fault them, but most wineries get back to me pretty quickly on these things. So anyways, on the smell, quite fresh, citrusy, almost like some strawberries on this, and a little bit mushroomy. So pleasant. I mean, if you blinded me, if you completely blindfolded me, I'm not sure I could tell this was not a champagne. That's why it's kind of a nice alternative. On a taste, I get green apples, maybe a little strawberry, almost like some rhubarb. The aftertaste is mushroomy, and now that I'm smelling it again, it's like yeasty, a little bit yeasty, not in a really bad sense, but kind of a little bit of a little bit yeastiness, a little bit mushroomies. You know what it reminds me of? It really reminds me of cava, quite frankly. So I think it's a little bit more softer and sophisticated than cava. Cava is even rougher than this to me in my mouth. Is it a good alternative to champagne? I think it's an excellent alternative. I'm not sure many people could tell a difference. Of course, I know because I know what I'm drinking right now. But if you ask me, I would not have certainty that I would be able to tell a difference between this and a non-vintage champagne. I probably could, and the only reason is that it's a little bit drier and mushroomier than Final thoughts on this wine. I like it. It's priced under $30. Great alternative to champagne. Cheaper. Tastes very similar. I would say if you're serving people that are not really wine drinkers or more casual wine drinkers, I almost guarantee they won't be able to tell the difference. It is from France, so beautiful bottle. I think people will love it. It is a bit more yeasty and mushroomy than what I would see in non-vintage champagne as compared to the Veuve and even the Moet, which is a drier style. It's even drier than that, more mushroomy, more yeasty. I don't see a Wine Spectator score for this. I would score this 87 points. Good champagne. The color puts me off a bit in terms of I'm not certain why the color is kind of, whether it's just this bottle or it's supposed to be like that. It's kind of a salmon red, not really a what I would expect, which is to be a golden apple type yellow. But it could be a wrong bottling. It could be something wrong with the bottle. I'm not sure. Taste was fine to me. So anyways, I enjoy this wine. And again, I would recommend, I would try other Cremant D'Alsace also. Until next time, happy drinking.